Hey everybody, and welcome back to Game 3 of Amazon versus Cisco. So far, Amazon 2-0 against Cisco. This could be the last game. It could be where the comeback starts. Who knows?
Could be. And Cisco has to win 3 games in a row to take the series.
Yep.
It's not impossible.
Nope.
Uphill battle for sure, but not impossible. It can totally happen.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, and it's glorious.
I hope it happens. We need an ace match.
We do.
All right,
so
let's go.
Get into the game.
So Game 3 here on Daybreak, spawning at the bottom in the blue for Amazon, the team captain. We have Cicero. And at the top, in the red, playing Zerg for Cisco, Colonel Sai. And he needs to take this game. Come on, Colonel.
And Cicero with I miss splitting.
He misses splitting.
With a sad face. With a little tear, too.
He just wants to do more work.
And Colonel Sai doesn't feel for him. He doesn't feel it. He's just like, GLHF, man. Whatever.
Well, he runs at Colonel level. I can't see him affording, emotions at this point, so
we're going to see a Forge Fast expand coming out of Protoss?
Or a stupid placement for a gateway.
That could happen. If you see Squirtle.
You don't know, man.
Squirtle does that. It's
maybe Amazon has found a way to make it more efficient and put gateways in order where it makes more sense.
Right.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Maybe Neil has something crazy for us here.
Well, we'll see what happens. I want to see some oracles come out of Protoss. It's so good against Zerg. And yeah, I want to see Zerg doing the Nidus network. I mean, come on, they are the Nidus network, right?
That's true. So that is Cisco's motto. We are the Nidus network. So if there was one, that would be great. I'm hoping to see that. That's always fun when there's a Nidus network.
So cool. Very standard play here. I think we're gonna see a hatch first. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, pool first. There you go.
A little bit late. A little Huck probe doing some awesome harass right here.
Yes, clearly Cicero loves and watches Huck constantly.
Yeah.
You can see it in people's probe micro. On the other hand, we have a drone scouting down there, checking out the natural. Sees there's nothing there just yet. And, Amazon's motto is the world's most cheese-centric team. So, cannon rush, maybe?
Oh, pylon block.
A little bit of pylon block there with a Nexus first. Ooh.
Wow, yeah.
Ballsy. That is like the opposite of cheese-centric.
With that spawning pool timing happening right after 2 minutes, yeah, doing Nexus first and then Forge is actually pretty safe.
Okay.
All Cicero has to watch out for is this drone right here, that he doesn't build like a proxy hatch, in the blind spot somewhere. So
that would be dirty and awesome.
That would be awesome.
I would fully
double pylon block coming out for
Cicero.
Cicero, you are awesome. Look at that. Zerg is floating at 300 minerals, not able to spend it on a hatch.
And continuing to harass the drones.
Yeah, this is...
Colonel Sai has to pull them away. Jeez.
Wow.
And so now he has 4 Zerglings, which will be able to fend off the probe if they so feel like it. But he'd rather expand quickly.
But Cisco, I mean, they're so late on the second hatch.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's really late. I mean, that's even later than Nexus is almost done.
Jeez.
Wow.
So what appears to be an early lead for Amazon here. We'll see if it plays out that way or if Cisco is able to pull through, maybe do some damage early on. But so far, he's just attacking that pylon at the third while the drone scouts.
In my ladder game, sometimes with this drone scout right here, the Zerg would usually just do a proxy hatch and try to win that way
like
anyways.
Right where it is right now.
Because that's a lot of investment on the Protoss side to do 2 proxy pylons. So
true.
That's probably a great strategy that Colonel Sai could have done. But we'll see that he's opting to do the more traditional 3 hatch into probably a ton of roaches and hydras or something. This probe is doing such a good job staying alive, and wow, just kicked the bucket right there. Look at that. Poor probe. You'll be missed. In any case, Cicero doing well with a full wall with except just 1 space here. Zealot's not exactly in place, but that's okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
And the drone scout.
The drone is still alive. It's still
like
running around.
Hero drone scout right here. Yeah, Cicero doing just 1 gas though. I wonder if he's going to try to get a quick third Nexus.
I don't know, man. I'm bad at Protoss. Yeah. But given the way he was aggressively expanding, I'd expect either that or a very strong 2-base push, which are basically the only 2 things Protoss can do. So, you know, that's not saying much. But I hope he transitions to Sky stuff, because that's fun to watch and interesting at this point.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, we have a proxy cannon.
Oh, Cicero continues to be a dirty man.
Wow.
And builds the cannons at the 3rd, preventing that hatch from being able to mine for quite a while here. What does the drone count look like?
A horrible position for Zerg.
32 to 34. So Zerg is down in drones. It looks like Zerg is going to lose this hatch, given the spacing. Look at the spacing on those cannons. There's really very little surface area that's available to go after the pylon.
There isn't even a queen here.
Yeah.
And a probe makes it into the
still
base.
hanging out. Is he going to build a pylon up there?
Yeah, so here we go. We have the queen to tank a little bit, and
the Zerglings stacking up on the left side of that pylon.
Oh, yeah. That's a great choice to take down that pylon.
And it looks like he will get it, shut down those cannons.
Right.
There's always that question, but at what cost?
What cost? Well, Zerg is behind in drones, which is really weird because Zerg is supposed to be like doing really well in econ and getting a little bit out of control. And
he only has gases at his natural. Interesting. Opting to take the gas at the natural as opposed to in the main.
Yeah, and double Stargates coming out of Cicero, so this is gonna be good. You're gonna see some air toss finally, and then finally getting that second gas, so that's gonna be good. That's gonna help with producing air units. But meanwhile, Zerg got a lot of econ to catch up on, so here we go.
Yeah, that hatch is pre-softened up for the push.
Yeah.
That's also, you can't discount that. Like, that's several hundred hit points that are just gone. And they'll slowly regenerate, but they won't be fully back by the time Protoss gets ready to try to take it out. So more gas is being taken for the Zerg, and air weapons being researched for Protoss. So it looks like a couple of Void Rays. Maybe he'll add on some Phoenixes later. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Oracle or 2 come out of there as well for harassment purposes.
Yeah, and the Amazon player knows nothing about the airplay coming in. Doesn't even know about the 2 gases being picked up by Protoss.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Amazon looking really good in this game.
Yeah.
Cisco kind of in the dark and really struggling to get his economy in order. He's building 7 or 8 drones at a time now, so he should be caught up to Cicero in that regard.
And I love that Cicero is doing this patrol route because it gets to snipe off any overlords coming in to scout. So it keeps this tech really safe. Double Void Ray play coming out of our Amazon player. Oops, the other way. Yeah. There we go.
But that's okay. The Lings look like they're scouting around, going up on the northwest expansion there, checking for a 3rd. There's not one just yet, so he won't find anything, but not finding something is pretty much the same as finding something in terms of information.
Right, Hallucinated Phoenix.
Nice.
Coming out of Cicero, that's a great unit to build. It's a free upgrade, you know, you don't have to research that anymore.
Part of the swarm change.
Sentries can just build it. Oh, there we go. Great scout there coming back to see what this is, and that is just a spore crawler and not
that'll be disappointing for him.
Yeah, I thought it was like a Spire and he'd be like, oh no, I gotta go switch tech, but here we go, 4 Void Rays incoming. And there is no Hydras, we only have 10 Brooches. Well,
wow. Yeah. So normally I'd say they'd charge up on the spine colors, but they don't need to anymore. They can just go in and charge. They are targeting down that hatchery. The hatchery is gone almost immediately. Lifting the queen, the one thing that can shoot back, and it's dead. And of course,
Colonel Sai sends roaches to come deal with that threat, but they can't do anything and have to go do some counter aggression. So, but over here, wow, this is just going to keep going.
Layer. Is he just going to knock down the layer straight up?
That is.
It's at half health now. The Void Rays continuing to do damage to the layer.
Prismatic alignment though. But that's great play, just picking up the queens, not letting the queens do any damage.
And he has just enough phoenixes to make that work. He can lift up every queen. The layer goes down with barely any fight from Cisco, while the attack is now commencing on the natural.
But here is the big question, is the counterattack going to do anything? But no, he taps out.
He just says the GG wall. Immediately.
There's like 6 cannons in base. That is rough.
Wow. So Cicero taking a really solid win from Colonel Sai there.
Yeah, great double pylon block into pylon cannon proxy.
into 4 Void Ray with Phoenix Follow.
That is great cheese coming on Amazon.
So, the Amazon captain finishes off the series. Amazon takes a 3-0, and we will continue to hope for an ace match. One day we'll get to cast an ace match. Maybe in the playoffs.
Maybe. We can hope.
Congrats to Amazon, moving up to 4-1 and staying in second place in Division 1 of the StarCraft 2 A-League. We will be back next week, again at 8 p.m., casting for you guys. Special thanks to AfterHoursGaming.tv and Day9 for putting on the league.
And Red Bull Gaming, thank you so much for sponsoring this league. And yeah, we'll definitely have more games for you in the next week for another 2 weeks, I think. And then we go into a little break before the playoffs start, and that's when Heart of Storm comes out.
And everybody gets to play.
Oh, yeah. Everybody.
As long as they have money.
As long as they pay Blizzard the $40.
And more free beta handouts. All right. That's it for this one. We'll see you next time.
Good night, everyone.